Alright, SDRC, Screaming Demons RC, in the shop tonight. Got some new parts in for the XMAXX build here. We're going to just continue on. The last video was, what was it, number 4, so this will be number 5 in the series. We've got some Jim's bearings I was waiting for, so I can put some new bearings on the drive shaft here, for the main shaft. I got the motor mount here all done since the last time in the video. I got 3, hold on, I'm going to focus a little bit better here. So I got 3 screws holding the front of the motor to the mount now. Much stronger than just before, but it was going to be 1 screw basically. That wasn't going to work at all. And then in the back, I drilled and tapped 2 more screws. Those are M3 3mm screws. So that's going to hold the whole motor in nice and tight and snug in there. You can see it actually extended. I had to put some washers in there. Get in there a bit more. I had to put some washers in there because the motor is actually longer than the stock motor. So put some washers in there, take up the slack or the space. So she's all tight and snug. And because the motor is now longer, I had to modify the XMAXX motor mount area. Okay, in here, maybe turn on a light. Hold on one second. Alright, you can see here where it's kind of chipped away looking. I actually used a really sharpened screwdriver as a chisel. It was one of my friends, Mike Funk. He recommended that. It's kind of a tight spot and I couldn't get on there with my Dremel without taking it all apart. So I just sharpened up a screwdriver really sharp. I didn't have a chisel on hand in the shop. So I got a screwdriver and just chiseled it straight down and just shaved it off as much as I needed. Punched it around the bottom and around the side here and just cleaned it up. It's really good, smooth enough. The motor mount and motor sits in there nice. I can pop it in there and show you. Hold on. There we go. Pops in there nicely. Got a little bit of wiggle room forward and back, side to side for adjustment. So it's all good. So we're going to be hooking that up tonight and I'm going to get these bearings done. Like I said, I just got these new bearings from Jim's Bearings, that's great. A whole set here from my XMAXX. So brand new bearings is going to be going in the truck. Over time, I'm not doing them all tonight or in this build right away. I'm just getting it back together so me and the boys can get out there and start smashing again on them. But I'll be replacing them as needed, as you know, as I do the maintenance on the parts that I break. So, okay, we're gonna get at it and stop talking here. All right, I got the gears, bearings, motor mount, and the cover here installed. It took a couple minutes. I had to get the. I always take the bearings and I take the seals out, and I put some special sauce here that we always use at the compound here, the shop. One of the boys had formulated this for us, and I use that in my bearings all the time. So I open up the bearings with a little dental pick. I pop out the seal, 1 seal on each side of a bearing. I put some of that lubricant. I was just showing you on those bearings before I put them in the truck. I put a brand new one here and one in here under the cover. So I didn't want to show you guys all that work. It was just, you know, it's a lot of work, and I don't have a hands-free camera right now, so I'm just showing what it's like after it's done. So I got the motor in there, I got the gearing all set, the mesh set. I'll probably check it again before I actually run the truck. It looks like it's pretty good. What do you guys think? You guys with XMAXXs running these 1.5 mod gears. What do you think of that gap there? Let me know. Give me a comment. Shout me out there. This is the first time I've been running these big gears, so I'm not familiar with the gap on those, what it's supposed to be. But I'm really happy with how it looks. Obviously, I got this orange motor mount in there. Doesn't match, but you know what? Me and my buddy Carl Sumner were just mentioning today. It doesn't really matter about the color. It's all about the function. As long as it works good, who cares what color it is, right? I'll probably end up swapping that motor mount out when I change to a new motor anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I really like how the gears turned out, painted like that. I painted them, first of all, I painted them white with some Tamiya. I know it's for plastics, guys, don't harass me, but I painted them with that first. Then I hit them up with some of this Tamiya green, nice bright green. Then I finished those gears off with a nice light dusting of metallic green by Tamiya. Anyway, it turned out really nice, those gears. Some guys were giving me flack saying, oh, it's going to wear off, it's going to chip off. Well, yeah, it's probably going to chip off where the gears do mesh. I agree, but that's okay. At least it's going to stay, most likely it's going to stay on the face of these gears on both sides and look good for quite a while. You know, and it's not a big factor if it wears off anyway, right? It looks good for now. Anyway, I'm going to try and get a couple more things done on this truck here. So I'm going to pause out. I'm going to get into these light kit here from Awesome RC. I'm going to hook this up, and I got to check out which ones are red and which ones are white lights, or LEDs, sorry. And I'll mark those. I'll just hook it up to another truck, mark them which ones they are, red and white, and obviously the white ones, headlights, go into the front of the truck there. One on each side, sorry, right there, and one over there. And on the back of the truck, or I think I can re-drill holes. It comes with other little buckets here, headlight bucket kind of mounts there too. But this truck already has them in it, so I'm going to see if they'll work, one on each side there. And these will be the red LEDs. So I'm just going to pause here and find out which ones are what, and mark them, and then we'll get back at her. Alright, I've got the package open here of the lights. They come with some nice little LED buckets. They come with 6 of those. I'm not actually going to be using those. My light kit only came with 4 LED lights. My truck already had 4 LED buckets set up in it, so I've just used those. Just wanted to show you here. The package comes, this is the top of the package, but don't throw it away and take out the staple nice and easy, because it's actually a sticker. You can peel this off. The front and the back, they just peel up as one piece. Of course, it's just a one piece. Oop, onto the floor. It's just a one piece sticker, but they peel up. I just cut them out, and you can use them as stickers. They also supply a nice sticker in their package too, so you can decorate up your shop or your RC. Anyway, I've got the lighting kit installed here. I hooked it up to another vehicle I had that had a receiver and a battery. I just popped into it, so I could tell which LEDs were the white ones, the white LEDs for the front, like headlights, and then at the back we have the red LEDs for taillights. And so they supplied, Awesome RC supplied a couple of zip ties. I used 2 of them here. They only supplied 2, and I used one here and one here just to fasten them there. I'm also going to get some glue. One second here while I get my glue out to show you what I'll be using here. I'll be using Eclectic Products E6000 to hold the lights, the LED right there, into the bucket at the back of the bumper there. I'll just be putting some around the white plastic there onto the black, just so they glue them in there, and nice firm hold there. This stuff is rubberized, so when it's kind of like a silicone. When it dries, it's really flexible and soft still, so that's good. It'll keep them in there and they won't pop out. Same on the front. I'll just add a bit to right where they go into the buckets, just to hold them in place so they don't pop out. And I ran out of zip ties. I didn't have any extra in my shop here. I'll have to get some. So I'll probably zip tie these wires right to the bumper mount there. And then back here, I'll gather them together. I was thinking running one down each side of the frame or the chassis, but I think I'm going to go with both on one side. This wire there is the one for the receiver. And so I'll probably just attach them there down this frame rail or chassis rail. Same with these down the chassis brace. And then when I get my receiver box, which will be here hopefully within a week or so, or even sooner, depending on when they got that sent out to me, I can get the receiver box put into here, which it sits here, the B&M receiver box. And then I have the B&M RC Racing ESC mount, which sits in right here. Hold on, I'm looking through the camera also, so it's a little bit more technical to do here. So it sits down in there. Wires here in the way. So it sits down in there, bolts right to where your old receiver box would bolt. And then your speed control, where's my speed control? Here it is. Pop that out there. So that just sits up in top here, like this. This is out of the way, obviously. Here, I'm going to zoom back a bit. We'll get these wires out of the way. Speed control sits there on the mount. The new switch from B&M actually not the switch, but the switch holder, this green piece of 3D mounted or plastic here, printed plastic. It bolts down to those where those two screws are that you can see right there in the chassis. This bolts down there, boom, sits there, ESC there, obviously a little bit back more probably. New receiver box, a new motor. We're doing pretty good, so this build is really starting to come together. I'm just waiting on a few more parts, like I said, and then we're going to be getting this baby back out on the track and the trails there and hitting some jumps, hanging out with the crew and busting some big air for you guys and showing you what we can do out here at the compound. So I'm going to let you guys go for this video tonight. Thanks for watching. You enjoyed? Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell so you can watch the rest of the videos we put out all the time. And thanks again for watching. Screaming Demons RC, SDRC. We're out.